Our lesson today is on corresponding parts. So in this first example, it says, number 1, we're given triangles ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. It says use arcs and slash marks to show the congruent angles and congruent sides, then complete each congruent statement. So let's start. The first way that I like to start these kinds of problems is by writing both triangles on top of one another, and you'll see why in a second. So the triangle names go right on top of each other, and then I like to color code. So A goes with X, B and Y, and C and Z. And that's super important, that order. So let's check it out. A goes along with X, B goes with Y, and C and Z. So now I can easily mark my diagram. A and X are each going to get 1 slash, B and Y I'm going to do 2, and then Z and C with 3. I also have to label it with sides, congruent sides. So AB, from pink to yellow, is also going to get 1 slash mark in the other triangle, pink to yellow. Same thing with BC, pink to blue, yellow to blue, yellow to blue. And now we should be able to easily see these congruent statements. So angle C is congruent. The blue angle is congruent to angle Z. Angle X is in yellow, and so is angle A. If AB has 1 hash mark, I should look in the other triangle for the one that has 1 hash mark, which is XY. The other thing, guys, to notice is that when I name my triangles up here, A, B are next to each other, and so is X and Y. AC in my picture has 3 lines, and so does XZ. And again, when I look at my names up here, I guess I'm going to use pink, from A to C is X to Z. All right, lastly, YZ and BC, and angle B and angle Y. Now, when we have corresponding parts, first of all, it's just really important to have those corresponding parts and to know what they look like. But the reason why is because we can do algebra with them. So let's check these out. I have triangle ABC and triangle DEF, and I want to determine the value of each of X. So again, I'm going to highlight A and D, B and E, and C and F. And I'm going to mark that, I'm going to highlight that over here as well. A goes with D, E goes with B, and F and C. So now, if I want, I can draw some of those congruent marks. From yellow to pink is 1 hash, yellow to pink, 1 hash. Oh my goodness, that already helped me identify which side goes with which, but we can keep going if we want. Pink and blue is 2, pink and blue is 2, yellow to blue is 3, yellow to blue is 3. But like I said, we just showed that these two expressions should be equal if they're congruent segments. So let's write an equation that shows that they're equal. To solve this, I'd subtract x from both sides, add 5. 11 isn't evenly divisible by 2, but can a side length or a value for x be a decimal? Of course, that's fine. So in this case, x was 5.5. All right, let's try, we got 2 more to do. sometimes instead of just lining them up, it's really helpful to draw a picture. So I have triangle LMN and triangle RST. Now it's just a sketch. It's not the best diagram in the world, but that's okay. So it says angle N is 55. Angle L is 65. And angle S is 2x. Ooh, how am I going to fit this? 2x plus 30. And it says determine the measure of x. All right. So let's see. Because these are congruent triangles, I know that L and R are equal to each other, that N and T are equal to each other, and that M and S are equal to each other. So I'm going to write that down. So because, triangle LMN is congruent to triangle RST, angle L is congruent to angle R, angle N is congruent to angle T, and angle M is congruent to angle S. Then I'm going to, let's solve for x. So to solve for x, how do I know? What do I do? Well, I already know that in LMN, two of the angles, and because M and S are congruent, that means that M should also be 2x plus 30. Oh my goodness, and now I have three angles in a triangle. Perfect. So I can set those three angles in a triangle equal, the sum of them should be equal to 180. Nice. I'm going to pause and solve for x. Pause your video and see if you got the same answer that I did. All right, I've solved for x. I got x is equal to 15. Now, it does say down below to explain my answer. I already explained part of the answer, but I didn't finish. This math that we just did, we have to explain why. And the reason why we could do that math is since the sum of the angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees, the measure of angle M must equal, uh-oh, we didn't find M yet, we just found X. Okay, let's substitute back in. 2 times 15 plus 30, 2 times 15 is 30, plus 30 is 60. Oh, it didn't even ask me to find M, it just asked me to find X. Oh, well. We can always do more work as opposed to less, right? All right, let's try one more. A, B, C, and D, E, F. Let's draw those triangles again. I like drawing a diagram. I think a lot of you guys do too. Okay. A, B, C, and D, E, F are congruent. D, E, oh, well, let's just mark the sides because I'm seeing side lengths here, right? Those are the lengths of sides. DE is 24. EF goes with BC, but EF is 31. And then BC is 7x minus 4. All right, so the way that I drew the triangles and labeled them just now is helping me set up my problem because I see that 7x minus 4 should be equal to 31. If I add 4 to both sides, I get 7x is equal to 35. And when I divide by 7, I get x is equal to 5. Now, to explain my answer, I could say, since the triangles are congruent, those parts are equal. So there's two ways to do it, but I'm going to do it the opposite way that I did before. Just to get us used to this phrase, I'm going to write that BC must be congruent to EF because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So because the triangles were congruent, and these are corresponding